if you are a child of God and you are blessed, yeah, your destiny is such that you should always be better, brighter, bigger, faster. Every year there should be an improvement. But if you see your life and it's not showing that, then maybe your life is reflecting the destiny of the wicked. But the thing is that you may not be wicked, but your life is reflecting the destiny of the wicked. That means you might be under what we call an embargo, or a constraint, or a limitation. And what do you need? What do you then need? Liberation. Lift up your right hand. Say, Father, Lord, anywhere my life is not reflecting the destiny of the blessed, but is rather expressing the destiny of the wicked, the axe, it will be laid to the root of that tree now, in the mighty name of Jesus. There's something about when people are under the covering of the ministry God has sent to me. Yeah? And not everybody is called to it. But those who God has called to me is that God gives me unusual sight about their lives. I'm not called to control. Do you get what I'm saying? But there's a dimension that God begins to reveal. And one of these, I remember one day I woke up in church. This must have been about 15 years, on a Sunday morning, and the Lord told me as I was going, He showed me the picture of a particular member of the church. He just showed me the guy's image, but I didn't know the name. This is why you need to be connected in the church God has sent you to. Let them know you. Let them know where you live. And I got to church and I called on my pastor. Do you know? So. I was describing it. He said, it's tall, it's dark, it's this. He said, Pastor, that can be anybody. I said, he himself and his wife came to one marriage couples retreat we did 5 years ago. He said, Pastor, there were many people there. So, you know what? The Lord told me to pray for that man in that service. But anyway, when we couldn't find, what can I do? Then, at the end of the service, the Lord told me, don't go home yet. Now, lay hands on everybody in church. This is a church where almost 1,000 people will call, say, do you understand, the membership? Let's say if everybody came. But let's say even maybe this Sunday, maybe 600-700 people came. Can you imagine what that meant? I was laying hands, as they were coming out, laying hands on each of them. And then all of a sudden, one lady is coming, and as she's coming out, the Lord told me, don't pray for her. And I was like, okay. I said, tell her to go and call her husband. I said, where's your husband? She didn't even answer. She just went back. And guess who she was bringing? Guess who started following her? That guy that I said, the Lord showed me his picture. Wow. And as he was coming, the Lord told me to tell him. I said, do you know you're going to die? That's what they told me to tell him. He said that he's going to die. And he was just looking at me and smiling. I said, do you know you're going to die if we don't pray for you? And he was smiling. And then I said to him, I said, see me at the end of the service. The sad thing is that he never came back. Now, you can tell that there was a problem because I said everybody should come out for me to lay hands on them, isn't it? Why did the woman come alone? He wasn't going to come out. You could see he had a certain stubborn streak. And he kind of had a casual whatever. And in spite of that, the Lord exposed to me and showed me, pray for this, whoever this guy is. Can you see the pains through which God went? Do you understand? Even when none of us could remember, he made me, because of that man, make everybody come out for prayers. And the guy, so even I even forgot, because I always have many people out seeing me after the service. So I didn't even bother asking, where is the guy? I just went to him. 2 months later, I was coming back from Nigeria. I was at Heathrow Airport. I just arrived from Nigeria. And I just decided to go to the restroom before I went home. Took my trolley. As I was coming back, one lady just saw me and just fell on the floor, Heathrow Airport. Started begging me, Pastor, shouting, I told him. I said, stand up. They don't do this kind of thing here. I said, I told him. I said, don't blow my cover. Don't blow that. I said, what do you mean? He said, I told him to see you. I said, what are you saying? He said, that gentleman, blah, 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 it was my husband. I told him. I said, so why are you panicking? What's up? He said, well, Pastor, that I've just been told that, he asked me to go to Nigeria. Yeah. He just built a house in Nigeria in a place called Ibadan. He actually told him to go there and told the wife to go there to go and furnish it. Yeah. And then he said also that he's about to turn 50. He was 49. He was about to turn 50. And he had decided that he will retire. And he's starting a business, a restaurant, as it were. And that weekend, let's say it was on Friday, yeah, he was driving to the restaurant to go and make arrangements because he was opening the restaurant on Sunday. Yeah. On his way there, that he had an altercation with another driver on the street who came out. Both of them came out and they were arguing with each other, and the guy punched him and he fell and hit his head on the road, and he fell into a coma. So she had to rush back. She just arrived Lagos when she was told, that she should come back because her husband had just had an altercation and he was in coma. Little did I know that the flight that I came with, the Virgin flight, she was on the flight. And the only thing that allowed her see me was the fact that I went to the toilet. May I go to the toilet because of you today? and then, so she said, Pastor, please, will you pray? So you know what? The truth of the matter is the Lord told me is that he was going to die. She said, come to the hospital, but I couldn't tell her that. I eventually went. He died 4 days later. Why did I say all of that? It will shock you and surprise you to know that what happened to that man is actually the fulfillment of a curse. If you put it on the screen, put Deuteronomy 28:30 on the screen. Actually, start from 29. Let's read it together. And you will see how accurate. The guy was a Christian, yeah? Remember, the path of the just shall shine brighter and brighter. But the path of the wicked, yeah, they will stumble. They will be made to stumble. Look, let's put it up. Deuteronomy 20. Who is controlling the traffic? Okay, anybody with Deuteronomy 28? Just read it loud to me, please. Somebody. 28 verse from 29. Somebody. Quick. Stand up and read it loud, please. You can start from verse 20.
The Lord will strike you with madness and blindness.
Not me or anybody.
And confusion of heart. And they shall grope at noonday, as a blind man gropes in darkness. They shall not prosper in their ways. They shall be only oppressed and plundered continually.
Wait and hear this now. Look at verse 30. Let's read it.
And they shall betroth a wife, but another man shall lie with her. They shall build a house, but they shall not dwell in it. They shall plant a vineyard, but they shall not gather its grapes.
Okay. What's happening to this screen? Why is it not showing fully? Okay, put verse 30 up there. We'll manage whatever you give us. Go there now, please. Now, you follow the story I just gave you about that man. He says, the curse is that the person shall betroth a wife, but another man shall lie with her. Then he says, he shall build a house, and what does he say? Someone else will live in it. He says, you shall do what? Plant a vineyard, and another one shall gather its grapes. That man, listen to this, was 49. He was about to turn 50. He died before he turned 50. He was cut off. Listen to this. When he died, his wife eventually remarried. So another man was now laying with her. Remember, he just built a house. Guess who will inherit that house? That man will be the one living with the wife in that house. And then remember I told you he just started a restaurant. He wasn't there to enjoy it. He planted a vineyard. Another man will eat of the fruit of it. Many people do not understand that curses are real. And if you look at many people's lives, if you go and read Deuteronomy 28 from 15, 16 now, many people's lives, that's their life. But lift up your right hand wherever you are. Say, Father, in the name of Jesus, any part of my life that is bearing fruit unto evil and unrighteousness, we lay the axe to the root of the tree. Now. Come on, say now. Say it like you may say now. In the name of Jesus.